Good morning, everyone, wherever you are around the world. Thank you for joining me today on the Visibility Show. And I'm so excited to be here today to share with you how to grow your profile and income online without spending 24/7 on social media or thousands of dollars in advertising. And I just want to say a big thank you to Sarah Watkins, who has provided this amazing platform for so many of us to do our shows on. It's an incredible opportunity that we have been given. Every single one of you has this opportunity to be your own broadcaster and have your own show. If you've got an important message that you want to share with the world, or you've got a cause, then having your own show, I believe, is one of the best things that you can do to grow a global audience, reach a wider audience. So if you are a coach, a consultant, a speaker, an author, personal trainer, if you're a charity, perhaps you are a charity, or you are a community organization, or an influencer who just wants to get their message out to the world, then you're in the right spot. So I'm just going to check my live stream is all working here on Facebook, but put in the comments below where you are joining us from. And I just want to say a very a hello to our viewers wherever you're joining us from today, and let you know that shows actually do work. Being visible does work. In fact, there's no point being the best kept secret. That's why I say shine bright, the world needs you. No matter how small or insignificant or unworthy you think you are, it's not about you. It's about the value that you have got that you can share with others to solve their problems. And they are from your life lessons and your experiences, not necessarily a university degree, okay? So you are all worthy, and so many of us want to be featured in the media. And we can get that 5 minutes, or they say 5 seconds of fame, don't they, when you're featured on the news or a TV show. And that may cost you money to get that PR, and I'm not saying it's bad. It's great credibility for your business when you can say that you were featured, on Channel 9 News, or, being featured on the Gold Coast Bulletin or Sydney Morning Herald. I've done all that myself too. But what it is that we have today, this opportunity to have our own online shows and have our own publicity every single day. Let me tell you, the world needs you now more than ever. We need positivity. We need everyone's got problems. Everybody's looking and still searching for solutions. They might have tried something and it didn't work, so they are still looking for you. So believe in you, believe that you've got something of value to offer, and know that you can make an incredible difference in the world. So I'm going to share my screen with you today and tell you a little bit about my show, where I started back using video back in, it was 2009 when I first did my course. But today we are talking about, having your own show. And I predominantly do that with people to position them to be top of mind in their industry. So what that means, if there's someone out there thinking, oh gosh, I have got a hormone problem. Well, they know that you're the hormone expert because you have your own show and you're out there consistently educating and connecting with those people to move them from pain to pleasure, because that's what we're looking for, right? So welcome to my masterclass, How to Grow Your Profile and Get a Steady Stream of Clients Without Spending 24/7 on social media or thousands of dollars in advertising. So this is just a little bit about how I got started using video. It's so important that I share with you. I am not a film producer. I am not an actress or actor, whatever they say now. I have not had training to be a TV presenter, although I put a disclaimer in. I did do a very short 3-day course in presenting on camera and interviewing people because I was asked to help out with an event. But anybody can do this. And I've taken lots of people from being very frightened of getting in front of the camera and not being able to get on video, right up to doing their own TV show. So I just had to share that with you because I was a mum from home looking for a way where I could, where I could start a business and support my children. So just bear with me. This is having fun and games. Resume the share. And that's what happens when you're live. It doesn't always go to plan. We'll get there. I've got my notes anyway. We don't have to have a fancy PowerPoint. So that's okay. I'm not going to do a fancy PowerPoint today because it doesn't want to play. So basically, I did a video marketing course back in 2009 when I got a phone call from my son's doctor saying he needed to have a kidney transplant, which we'd known for 11 years. 10 years at that time because he had his transplant the year after. And I was looking for a way where I could work from home. So I Googled how to start an online business, and the very first search at the top of Google was a video which was 3 minutes long, how to start an online business, and I clicked buy now after watching that video and bought a $2,000 program from someone I'd never ever met. And I ended up going to their event, and there I met another lady and her husband Steve and Pam Brosman, who were teaching video marketing back then. So I then just, when I went up to Ronald McDonald House, my son asked if he could start a YouTube channel. And I thought, well, why not? It's going to help him pass the time and forget about things. So I didn't know anything about Facebook. I was on there as we were just friends and family, and I didn't know anything about YouTube. But very quickly, after setting up this YouTube channel for my 11-year-old son, in a couple of weeks, he comes running in, Mom, look at this. You've got to check this out. There's a guy in the UK doing a shout out for me saying, hey, you've got to go check out Nick Shug's YouTube channel. And another one in America. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I need to look into this YouTube. So then I came across Gary Vaynerchuk. Some of us know him as Gary V, like him or not. He walks his talk, and he has really used video to grow a global empire. So he was running Wine Library TV, which he did for about, I think, 8 or 10 years for his dad, and made it into a multi-million-dollar company. And then he went on, now he does Vayner Media. And I also stumbled across, well, it was later on. I'll tell you that story later. So anyway, it was while I was at Ronald McDonald House talking to all the parents as we were preparing meals at lunchtime and dinner, why they were there at the hospital. I heard all these heartbreaking stories, and I thought, how can I help these people? It was never, I wasn't back then or at that particular time, I wasn't going, how can I make money? I was just wanting to be there for my son and make sure he was okay in his recovery. But I just really felt that these parents were isolated and alone, away from their family and friends like I was. Thought, how can I help them? And I just got this message saying, well, if your son can, do a YouTube channel and Gary Vaynerchuk can do a Wine Library TV, then maybe you can do a TV show, and help all of these parents. And I was like, okay, but I wouldn't have a clue how to do that. What would it be called? And then I just got all these messages. Toddlers to Teens TV was the name. And then I said, well, I'm not an expert. What am I going to talk about? Because I'm a single mum, and I was a single mum. I had a partner at that time, but I definitely was not a parenting expert. I was the one ringing up people going, help, what do I do? So I actually put a call out on Women's Network Australia on their LinkedIn group and said I was forming a web TV show and I was looking for experts. So we formed a panel of experts, and over 2 years we put out 450 videos, and we put out a show every week, Monday at 7:30. Now, it was crazy what I did because I put out all the shows. Look, we pre-recorded and scheduled in and had content done for, 1, 2, 3 months in advance. So there was nothing like this, no Facebook Lives. So there's the pros and cons of all of that. But over the couple of years, I would go to shopping centres and people would stop me and go, oh, you're Mel Groom, like you run that online show. Or I'd go to a networking group and people would start coming up to me and, you know, just wanting to connect with me and see how they can be on the show. Now, I thought, oh, it's okay just to introduce all the experts and they can do their videos. And then I thought, well, perhaps I should be doing something as well. What else could I be doing? And I met all these incredible people at these networking events. So then I said, well, I'd like to interview you. So then I used to interview parents and showcase their businesses, which I still do today as well. So that's just a little bit of a background. I ran that show for 2 years and also launched Toddlers to Teens magazine, and then sold it to one of our presenters and was one of her guests on her panel show the year after that. So anything is possible. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, and I share this often. I had never done a video before I launched my show. And in fact, it's so funny watching the video now. I've got my head on the side. I'm in this outfit, which I'd never wear. Lighting wasn't good, all these sorts of things wrong. But the thing is, I did it and I just kept showing up, and it was never about me. And I realized the amazing opportunities that were opening up for all the other ladies on the panel too, and how they were being featured in the media and they were being asked to go and speak at events, and their businesses were growing as a result of, you know, being on this show. So, you know, whether you think, I'd like to do a show of my own, or I'd like to perhaps do a panel show and bring some other people in. If you're just starting out, sometimes it's really nervous going, what am I going to talk about? Will I actually show up? All of these things. So I've seen a lot of people do like you know, have a co-host. I think that's fun too. There's a lot of things that, you know, you need to work out when you are doing a show with someone else, all the legalities, you know, who owns the database, who owns the followers. Well, Facebook does, but you know what I mean. All the branding. So I'd suggest you do your baby, you create your show, and then you could have a co-host come in and help you. Or you could have different co-hosts that come in. I did that as well this year. We did a Women Rising panel show, and I brought in some of my clients who are, you know, have got amazing messages and content to share and expertise. And we did about 6 weeks of Women Rising. It was just a little mini series, giving people tips and advice how to navigate through this current crisis that we're all in at the moment. So anyway, that's enough about me. I want to share with you I've got 10 reasons why you should start your own show, because you are missing out on potential business if you are not getting out there and being visible. And it's not just doing a video. It's not just doing live videos. There's a whole heap of strategy that goes behind that I teach in my Videopreneur School. I have a group program, and I also work with people one-on-one to create their online show so that they're top of mind in their industry. Their clients come to them and they can grow their profile, income and influence. So let's get to tip number 1. If you've got questions, put them in the comments below, because I've got my phone up, got my glasses on so I can see. And I would love to know what your business is. And if you did a show or thought, I'd love to do a show, just put in the comments below, what would you do a show about? Or what is your message that you want to share with the world? Because you never know who's watching and who might need a guest on the next panel show. Maybe me. So number 1 reason to start your own show is to build a list. I didn't even have a list when I started my show, and that's why we created the magazine. But also having the extra panel of experts helped to obviously increase our database, because let's face it, if anything happens to social media, we've got to go back to the old school. So if you're not on MailChimp, which is free to start with, I think up to 2,500 people, you need to get yourself a database so that you've got people that you can just give them a gift. I've got a gift that I can give all of you. All of you can receive this gift, 10 reasons to start your web TV show. If you want to actually get my notes, just send a private message to my business page, Melissa Groom, the visibility message, with what code word could we use? TV show. How about that? Web TV show. With your email address and name, and I'll send it over to you today. So I started out doing what most people say not to do, and I asked my friends and family to join my list because I didn't want to just send out a newsletter to nobody. But I actually never called it a newsletter. It was always a TV guide. It was Toddlers to Teens TV guide with our upcoming episodes, what our experts were going to be talking about that week, and any special offers they had. It's just like TV week, you know, you go buy the magazine and you read ahead and you get excited, you anticipate what's coming. There's so many creative things that you can do when you have your own show. So as I said before, I gathered a panel of experts, which you can do too, who already have their own list, and they also promoted the show. The power is in collaborating, right? We don't have to do everything together. And as I shared before, I interviewed people who had large lists, who shared those interviews, and my list and my followers grew from there. So reason number 2 to have your own web TV show is to grow a global brand. I mean, social media is fantastic, and I shared with you before how my son quickly grew a global audience with his YouTube channel. So having your own TV show and sharing on social media is the easiest way to grow a global brand. YouTube is the second largest search engine, but Facebook has more eyes on it, and Facebook has surpassed video views over YouTube. I still recommend you have a YouTube channel because that's how you can be found in the search engines. But now people are coming to Facebook and they are using the search bar to type things in. Now we've got hashtags as well. And the reason why I love Facebook the most for me is community. That's where I've built my community in my Facebook group, the 30-day video challenge with Melissa Groom, which I've been running now for nearly 6 years. So we have 2 billion people that log on to Facebook on a daily basis. Instagram has 500 million daily active users. It will help you grow your brand and spread your message. And once you start posting up videos all over the internet, you become a global brand with your show being viewed in countries all over the world. Thanks to new technology, people can now surf the net on the TV in the comfort of their own lounge room. So they'll be watching you on their TV. In fact, my children have never watched TV other than DVDs when they were younger, maybe a little bit of ABC Kids, but not the traditional TV shows. Everything's been online. And they've got these massive big smart TVs in their bedrooms, which I know is bad, but look, they're all adults now. They can do what they please. But that's where they're viewing you from. They're not, you know, there's still a lot of people that view you. The majority is on a mobile phone or a mobile tablet, but more and more people are moving over to these smart TVs where they can access Facebook Watch TV and they can watch your shows on there. Online shopping is getting bigger, and every single day it's the way of the future. So if you've got any products, you know, you need to be getting on there. I was down at a local swimwear shop she was saying business was a bit slow, and I said, just get my daughter in, let's do some live streaming, let's do an online fashion parade on Instagram Live, and just start selling your swimwear that way. Like, there is so many opportunities. One of my clients, Barbie Cawthorn, she has a Crystal and Pearl Co. Market at Carrara Markets here, but she also has her online TV show. She shares feng shui tips. Get it right, Melissa. Feng shui tips every Monday at 4:30 p.m. on my business page, Mums in Business Australia. And she's actually just had a little bit of a fall. So sending you lots of love and healing hugs out to you, Barbie, for your recovery. But she's been selling her crystals and her beautiful signature jewelry on her online TV shows. Occasionally she'll do a Facebook Live where she just shares her jewelry for an hour on a Facebook Live and just posts them out to people. So number 3, to connect with many more people. So being the host and producer of my own TV show gave me the ability to reach out to influencers and ask them to be part of my show. This created content for the show and great exposure for our brand. And as I said before, our panel of experts shared our content with their list, which in turn grew my list. So now you have a platform you can offer to promote others, and they will promote you in return. And you can also charge for this. So I charge for my interviews with business owners, and many of my clients do as well. So you can't actually even get a tradesman to come out to your house for a quote for less than about $150. So if you're going to be interviewing someone and promoting them, why don't you charge for your services, given the lifeline for a video on Facebook is 4 years? That's pretty cool, isn't it? So you can bring that to their attention if they're questioning you about why you're charging to market them to a global audience, even if you are just starting out. Because I had one of my clients saying, I'm just starting my show, I don't feel comfortable actually asking for money. So I said, okay, you do whatever feels right for you, you know. And she went and she put a call out on Source Bottle. And actually, when you put a call out on Source Bottle, which is a journalist and blogging platform where you can actually, they're looking for stories and they're looking for content for online and offline print and publications. But you, as a media outlet, you can also go on there. So having your own web TV show, you can go on there and do a call out asking for people to be featured on your show, or you're looking for giveaways on your show. Okay, so I'll do a little shout out to Jennifer Hines from NAS Cosmetics. She's a local Gold Coast. She was a member of one of my she was a member of Empowered Mums, which was my Gold Coast networking group I ran for 6 weeks, 6 years on the Gold Coast. And Jennifer Hines is an award-winning, multi-international award-winning business owner. NAS Cosmetics, natural Australian skincare. The only thing you should be putting on your skin to make sure it's breathing and beautiful. So little things like you can do like that with product placement to draw people to your show. Would love to do. I might do some giveaways with Jennifer to win some cosmetics. And they're little things that can, just create some excitement, a bit of buzz, get people coming back to your show. They're all strategies that we work on when I work with my clients and decide who their target market is and what they're looking for and how to stand out online and just be a little bit different. So the reason number 5 is to get free exposure. So isn't this just a wonderful platform? We are so fortunate. There's a lot of crap going on in the world right now, but I sit there and I look at the opportunity. That's what I do. And I think the bigger the crisis I've been in my life, the more creative and the more resourceful I've had to become. So it's true that regardless of what's happening in the world, there's still opportunity for you. So your current contacts will naturally want to promote your TV show that will help their community. So if you've got something, don't be afraid to say to people, hit the share button. If you've got value out of this, or if you've got some clients that you know that need more visibility, send this to them on Messenger, or give them a link in the email, or send them a text SMS. I don't care how you share it. If you know someone who's got an important message that needs to be out there and share their message with the world, please share this video. Even the top influencers all say that. You have to keep reminding people of what you want them to do. So other people will share your TV show naturally through their social media platforms, because people are always looking for content to give value to their existing community. So for instance, I could have some coaches watching this right now, and they might have some people that need to get on video, or perhaps they're already on video, but they're just not leveraging video the way they could be. And hopefully they'll share this video with them. So social media promotes your web TV show 24/7, 7 days a week across the globe for free. Let that sink in, guys. You can have your own publicity. So reason number 6, opportunities will come your way. So people will invite you to participate in webinars, teleseminars, interview series, to be featured in their books, magazines, podcasts. I've been invited to speak in Bali in 2016. That was my first international speaking gig. Well, it was my only one, other than I'm now doing them online, which I recently did a masterclass for the Speakers Institute. And yeah, just over the years, it has just grown. People see this is what I do. I'm all about teaching visibility. I'm all about teaching how to grow your profile and your influence and your income. So if ever they're doing something like an event, they'll come and ask me, and they'll seek me out to run a free training or speak at that event. So just a little side note, I've shared this before, but I had the Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister following me on Twitter. Like, why would they do that? I mean, obviously they were, I don't know if that was just a fluke, or, you know, they only had following 150,000 people back then. That was 2010. But, you know, there's little perks. There's things that people access, and people noticing you that wouldn't even turn a blind eye and they'd probably look the other way, but now they're noticing you. So if you want to get noticed, this is how you do it. How many people do you know that have their own show, other than all the amazing people here on Spiritual Events Directory that Sarah has given this opportunity to? So I've been asked to speak at numerous events that I said, due to being seen online as an authority in my industry, which is what you need to do if you really want to not only reach a wider audience, but to make that impact in the world that you were born to make. So please keep putting in the comments what you do a show about, if you're brave enough to do a show, or you just don't know where to start. Reason number 7, people will flock to you at networking events. So as I shared before, I remember being at one event and I got up and I said, I'm the host and producer of Toddlers to Teens TV. We're always looking for speakers and guests to appear on our show, or maybe you'd like to be a presenter. And I had a lineup of people. Like, I couldn't get up to have morning tea, or people just saying, yeah, here's my card, here's my card, here's my card, because everybody wants more exposure, right? So when you have your own show, you have the ability, just like if you look at other people doing their shows, they're doing interviews. Why? Because they're smart. It not only gives value to their viewers, because they're bringing in different guests with opinions and expertise, but they're then going to share it out to their audience, which just exponentially grows your brand and your profile. So at each networking event I went to, I just kept on getting this huge big pile of cards of people wanting to connect with me. So it's incredible. I didn't feel like, you know, you've got to force yourself on anyone. It's just, as I said, how many people, when you go to a networking group or you ask them what they do, say, well, I have an online show. You know, you don't say, oh, I'm a business coach, because like every second person's a business coach. Or I'm a health coach or something. Say, I have my own online show. I have the Healthy Living show, or whatever it is, How to Sleep Naturally show. I mean, I teach my clients how to micro niche and be very specific about what they do. So when you have your own show, people come to you in droves. So put in the show, even if you tell me what industry you're in. I'd love to know what industry you're in as well, because you might be thinking, well, this is all new to me. I wouldn't even have a clue what I'd do my show on. Tell me what your industry is, and tell me what problem do you solve and who it's for, and then we can work from there. And anyone watching, if you message my page, I offer a free complimentary chat, just to find out where you're at and see if we'd be a good fit to work together. So reason number 8 is to stand out in the crowd. So as I said before, you will not be sitting at a table at a networking function with 10 other people who own their own, who have their own TV show, unless you are an event with Sarah Watkins, with all of her hosts and producers of their own shows. So you will most likely be the only one in the room, and you will stand out. And stand up loud and proud when you introduce yourself, and let people know that that is what you do. People will be attracted to you and want to be featured on your show, and you will not be one of the many coaches, speakers, and authors when you attend a networking event. And as I said, how many people do you know that have their own web TV show? Can you name them below? I'd love to go check them out and give them some support. What's your favorite show on even Sarah's platform here? I'd love to go and check them out too. So number 9 is the media will come to you. So since starting my own TV show, I've had the media call me a number of times and ask me for my opinion. So on a topic. So one time the local newspaper rang me up and said, look, there's a movie coming out here from America. It's rated 15 plus in America, and it's MA here. No, sorry, MA there, 15 plus here. What's your opinion? And I looked up the trailer. I hadn't even watched the movie. It was awful. I think it was called Kick-Ass. I was horrified because my kids were only young. I was like, that is so not appropriate. Definitely, will not letting my kids watch that, or go with their older cousins or anything like that. So they put me next to the singer Pink's opinion about the movie and what she felt about it. And I was just like, wow, I'm just a mum from Kingscliff, and I just wanted to create some videos and help people. And now the media is coming to me. So it was all really quite a bit of a joke for a while there. And then I realised when people started to come to me, like Anne Alexson, who's Australia's leading channel, she's a psychic medium. She came to me and asked me to create her web TV show. And she was one of my first clients. So I've had many people, as I said before, approach me and invite me to be guests on their podcasts and blogs, which, by the way, are all media. Like, I don't know about you, but do you watch TV any? I don't. I rarely watch TV. There's a couple of, I love The Voice. I love watching The Voice because I like singing. Occasionally I might watch a silly show like Married at First Sight or The Bachelor or something, just for a laugh, just to tune out with everything that's going on in the world. I'll be honest. Reason number 10, and this probably should be first, and maybe you would have perked up and listened, but thank you for staying and watching and listening. To increase your income. So I've had people start videos and say, it's just not working. Or they might have started their show and they say, it's just not working. Well, there has to be a strategy around everything we do on social media. Otherwise, it won't work. So your show is the best marketing tool to get more sales. So you might have heard me a number of times through this live video saying I offer you a complimentary chat, and I would love to connect with you and find out what you do in your business and how you help and who you help. And if you want a free copy of my 10 reasons to start your TV show, send me a PM. So it's little things like that that you need to incorporate and include in your show or your videos so that they're not salesy and pushy. That's just not my style anyway. Okay, where are we up to? In letting people get to know, like, and trust you, you're building relationships with them, and they're more likely to want to work with you or refer you to their family and friends. So the whole reason social media was started was to start connection, to create connection. Well, that's the bigger picture, obviously, is money and advertising. But the tool was created for us to build relationships. And I don't know, can you feel me through this camera? Can you feel my energy? Can you feel my genuineness? Can you feel my passion? Can you feel my love for what I do and my belief in what I do? It shows on camera. You can't fake it. That's why a lot of people won't get on camera, because they're like, I don't believe in me. If you don't believe in you and you don't believe in your product and service, then you need to, go out and get some social proof and work with some people and get that social proof and get those testimonials so that you can come on camera and you can talk about what you do with 100% certainty. And if you want to have a look at my Facebook page, Melissa Groom, the Visibility Mentor, you can see my reviews there and testimonials from my past clients, because that's one of the most frequently visited places that we go to before we go and work with people. Okay, you have your own products and services. You can offer them, as I just said. So yes, I have my 30-day video challenge. I also do group mentoring and one-on-one, helping people to either start their own show as well as run online workshops, put together their online programs. One of my clients who was doing face-to-face 3-day retreats has had to pivot, like we all have, and quickly learn how to put together an online program. Luckily, she'd won one of my 30-day video challenges and had worked with me last year. And she rang me last week saying she's just sold $27,000 worth of her online program to the same people who were thinking of coming to her 3-day retreat but can't at the moment because of COVID. So you can monetize your videos on various platforms depending on the size of your subscribers and followers. So Yes, there's monetization in Facebook and YouTube, but there's, you know, obviously guidelines and certain criteria that you need to reach, which rapidly changes. To be able to monetize your channel, you need something like 30,000 views in 7 consecutive days, and all of this other stuff. There's a whole heap of criteria. You'd have to look it up. You can partner up with other businesses and offer sponsorship on the show. So, you know, obviously we can get free sponsorships and give shout outs to our beautiful friends, NAS Cosmetics, that is. Look them up on the Gold Coast. And or you can get paid product placement as well. So, you know, you could have someone like, just say, a show and tell. So you may do a show and it may be go for 20 minutes, and then you might do a segment where you're showing 5 amazing products. Just say you're in the health and wellbeing industry. You got people to send your health and wellbeing products into you, and you featured 5 of them for the week and gave them a shout out and a review of that product. I mean, product reviews have been around forever, and I actually really love product reviews. You can partner up with, I've already said that, partner up with other businesses. You can also charge for interviews. I've said that before. And basically you become a media outlet and can offer promotional packages for businesses to be featured on your show. Like I could have a banner up here saying sponsored by, well, love it to be NAS Cosmetics. Or, you know, obviously on my Toddlers to Teens TV, we launched the website, and I actually sold advertising down the sides of the front of homepage of the website. So we knew we were going to get traffic there, because we actually were driving people from Facebook over to the website, because that's predominantly where you wanted them to be. But now there's ways on Facebook Watch. You obviously, again, have to meet the criteria, but you can get advertising on your show, or you can just do it yourself and don't worry about the other big guys who are trying to throw money at you that you may not even like. You might just go, no, I want to support small business owners, and I'd prefer to promote NAS Cosmetics. You can tell I like NAS Cosmetics and Jennifer. Okay, that's enough. Otherwise, I'm getting too pushy. She's not paying me for that, by the way. I just absolutely adore her. And I remember when she came to my networking group, and she was just starting out, and she was really looking for a way to expand and grow and get her beautiful brand out there. So anything you can do to help another small business owner get more exposure on your show, then why not? It's free. So they are my 10 reasons to start your own web TV show. Thank you so much for joining me today. I would love to connect with you on my business page. It's public figure page, Melissa Groom, the Visibility Mentor. I will send you the 10 reasons to start your web TV show free report. So you've got a copy of it there. And also you'd love to find out how I can assist you. So book in for that complimentary chat, and let's get your message out to the world. And, you know, we are here to do good in the world. So let's use our influence for good and fill the news feed with positive news, positive information that's going to uplift and inspire and motivate us all to create an amazing new world, because we can do this. We have to stick together and remember to shine bright, because the world needs you. Have an amazing weekend, everyone. Take care.